back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all the love and the support that you've shown to me over the past few months or so. I am truly grateful. In this quick beginner tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this super simple, super easy pin cushion. You don't really need a sewing machine to do this one. So if this is something you'd like to learn, please keep watching. Don't forget to continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're going to do is get our fabric. I'm using a piece of scrap fabric. It's 100% cotton fabric that was remaining from a project that I was working on. And I'm also using this cover just to get the circular shape of our cushion. But you can feel free to use whichever shape or circle you want, but for this tutorial it's going to be a circular shape. This circle is about 5 inches wide total from one end to the next end. And I'm just going to go ahead and place it on my scrap fabric as you see me doing, and take a pen and trace around the shape. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut out the circular shape from the fabric. And this is what we have. Once that is done, we need another circle, so you can go ahead and decide which one of the patterns you want for your pin cushion. I wanted mine to match up nicely, so that's why you see me here placing it as closely as possible to where the other hats were on the pattern. And you just go ahead, you pin it into place if you need to, and then you cut around the same circle. The next thing that we're going to do is place our fabric's right side together, and you go ahead pinning the entirety of the circle, leaving only 1 inch opening for us to be able to turn our fabric inside out. You're going to be sewing with a 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around, with excluding the 1 inch space for our work to be turned around to the right side. So I've finished doing that, and this is what we have. I have my opening right out there. Next thing we're going to do is snip all around. Be careful when you're snipping it that you do not snip the thread. So you're just doing little clips as you see me doing here, all the way around the circle, ensuring that you do not cut the thread that you already sewn in the process. Once that is done, you can go ahead and turn it over. It may take a little time, but you just go ahead, take your time, and you turn that over. And you want to ensure that when you finish turning it over, you have all of the corners and the edges. You want them to be pushed out very nicely. So the tool you see me using here is called a point turner. If you don't have one, you can just go ahead and use a scissor or a pencil or anything that's a little pointy, and take your time and press out all the edges of the circle. The next thing you're going to do is give it a nice press. So I've already done that, and this is what we have so far. The next step is for us to stuff our cushion. You can go ahead and use the same scrap fabrics that remain, or any kind of scrap fabric that you have. You can use that to stuff your cushion, or you can use stuffing, pillow stuffing, as I am going to use, right? So I'm just going to take my stuffing and, gradually, piece, you just put it inside of your little pin circle, and you stuff it up as much as you can. You want it to be very firm. You don't want it to be like too soft, because you're using it to stick your needles in. And if it's too soft, the needles may be coming out at the other side and all of that stuff. So this is what we have. I stuffed it as much as I could, and this is our opening space. Now we need to focus on closing this up. close this off. I have some needle and thread here, just some regular thread and needle. And if you don't know how to thread a needle, I have a video, I will link that in the description for you. Just go ahead, you're going to start from the inside and try to do sort of an invisible stitch when you're closing it up. So as you see me doing here, I'm working on the inside, putting my needle through, bring it in, but it's still on the inside, and then we're going to work our way from one side to the other side and do that for the entirety of the opening there. Once that is done, we can go ahead and tie off our thread and insert a needle back on the inside so that the loose end would be inside of the cushion itself. And this is what we have. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to take some embroidery thread, which is thread that is a lot thicker than the regular polyester one to use for your machine. Thread it with a bigger needle if you have to, and starting from the center, we're going to just insert that embroidery thread and try to do like a pattern, sort of like a pumpkin shaped pattern on our little circle cushion that we have here. So just look closely at what I'm doing and I'm sure you'll be able to get it. So it's like you're going from the end to the inside, and then once you get to the inside, you're going to go to the other end. Try to make it as even as possible. So you're dividing the cushion into 4 using the embroidery thread. And once that is done, you're going to divide each quarter into another, shape again. So I'm down to the last one. So I'm just inserting my needle back into the middle again. And then I decided that to make it even cuter, we can add buttons on each side. So how cute would pink buttons look right now? So I was just trying them out to see which one I preferred, but I decided that I'm going to go ahead and use the dark pink on one side and the light pink on the other side. So I'm just inserting the thread into the button right there, and we're going to do it in an X, sticking directly at the middle of the cushion at all times. You want it to look, neat as possible. Not because it's a pin cushion means it shouldn't look neat. Everything that you sew, you should try to make sure that it looks neat. So you're just sewing it on like a regular button, just as you would a regular button, just right in the middle. And you're going to not tie off the thread, but you're going to also do the same with the other side for the other button and inserting it back into the other side of the other button. So only after you're finished sewing on your second button will you tie off your thread and hide it. Okay? And guys, this tutorial is basically done. Once you're finished doing that, you have your nice, it's a cute pin cushion. You can put all the amount of pins you want in it because you're finished here. And as I said before, you just go ahead and you tie off the thread, and then you just insert the needle so that you could hide the thread basically. And that's, guys, this is what we have. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.